Hello, survivors of the apocalypse and veterans of AtomRPG. Welcome back to Trudograd. Last time we did good, I think. So we found some heretics and, we put them to sword and flame, I would say. And we can actually say that this heavy crossbow here performs quite well, especially now with our abilities. Ability, throwing weapons, rain of bolts, where we only have to pay 3 APs for an aimed shot. And things are going to get better with this one here even. So let's see. No one can explain to me, I guess now, how it's possible to shoot and reload so quickly. Aiming just costs 1. When, shooting with an automatic assault rifle takes way longer. But yeah, that's maybe those are the physics of the Wasteland, I guess. The post-apocalypse. So here we are. This is the HQ. Oh, by the way. Could we actually get up there? Where are we? Oh no, sorry, we're at the machine factory. Oh yeah, of course. So sorry. And that's where we are now. So that's a new place. Let's walk around. There's a sign there. So this here. What does it say? I will get to the gray corner if I go that way. Is that so? And here, the scrap quarter, the inverter factory in the scrap quarter. Alright. Oh, it's a car that's completely covered in snow. Here they've blocked off everything, okay. Well, that's actually a nice little fort that they built themselves. Let's firstly look around. Not that this guy thinks that this is suspicious behavior or something, but just out of principle. What do we have here? Some garage. Another sign there. It says the police station is in that direction, okay. Well, doesn't look like we could do anything here. No back entrance there. Well, but with our charm and wit, I'm sure that we can talk to this guard there. Okay, that's that. Hello there, good man. The factory guard calmly watches us approach, then hastily raises his gun. Oh, gotcha! What? Real scary, woohoo! Yeah, let's say that. I can see you're not easily frightened. Fine, whatever. It was just a joke anyway. Well, nice gag. So, how do you like working around here? I see. What can you tell me about this place? Nothing interesting going on in there, right? Well, that's what I thought. Care to share a rumor with me? Yeah, let's start with that. Funniest shit ever. I should get going. No, care to share a rumor with me? I'm gonna tell you a truth instead of a rumor. We had to bury a real good worker recently, Zhora, crushed under a pile of timber. Some Chinese fellow ordered him to bring logs to the brothel, a lot of logs, something about uncovering the meaning of life. Yeah, I don't get it either, little buddy. Oh! Well, that's why the guy wants 15 logs from us, huh? Still, Zhora agreed to do it. We had this huge pile of timber in the courtyard. He tried to pull out the lowest log on the pile and the whole thing collapsed on top of him, huh? Now he'll never learn the elusive meaning of life. Or did he learn it already? Was that the whole point? Well, that's indeed a very interesting and philosophical question there. And we are going to find out ourselves, and maybe we are telling you even. Anyway, anything interesting happening around here lately? There was this story going around, not recommended for the superstitious though. A local scientist, our engineers constantly pestered for help, Goryachev, disappeared some time ago and was never heard from again. It all started with strange figures appearing to him in the night. Men in black who followed him wherever he went, always just at the edge of vision, behind corners in the ventilation. My guess is they scared him so bad He started drinking and left town. I can't figure any other reason for him to disappear. Well, we don't really want to speculate there, but do you know anything else about him, by the way? Nope, that old man was not a people person. Only time he spoke was to whine about the food in the mess hall or to explain his theories when the engineers asked for help. Nobody here even knows where he lived. Ah, I see. Well, and what can you tell us here about this place? The pride of Trudograd, the only major industrial complex left in the city. It didn't even stop production during the war. Well, I guess that's really communism, huh? Well, I see. How do you like working here, by the way? Could be better, little buddy. Who's little? But well, the relations between the workers and management is quite tense. I hope nothing bad happens. I'd hate to have to pick a side. Oh well, why is that, I wonder? Could there a revolution be coming? Like, you know, class battle, the clash of classes or something that happened in the Soviet Union before, didn't it? Well, okay then. So I guess we should go and check some stuff out. Okay, thanks for letting us through. And by the way, no, we are good temperature-wise. We can't go up the stairs. Okay, well, yeah, that's indeed a thing the game engine can't do. I think that never happened before, but at this castle in AtomRPG, we were actually able to walk up a ramp or something. Can we actually... Oh, we can't go in here. No, it's possible, okay. Well, that's actually not so bad here. That's actually nice. Nice tiles there. It's also rather clean. So this is the mess hall, I guess. Oh, and they can make meat. What kind of people work here? Well, no idea. What does this say? Nedenadvmetsno or something? Like if I'm speaking like I've got a hot potato in my mouth, I think, you know, people will probably like, can we actually do something here? Use it. Who operates these things? People might add things up with their own imagination and believe that we could speak some Russian or so. And I guess it's Russian, not Ukrainian or so. So here we go. Refrigerator. It's quite curious that they would let us go into their room like this. But we won't say no to some free meat. That's for sure. Some milk. Hex. You can have a little bit of milk. Some calcium for your old brittle bones. Oh, some cabbage. Well, if this goes on like this, we can maybe make some borscht. Or something. I think I said that in Polish, right? Oh no, there's someone. An old lady. Where did she come from? Hello there. A plump, busty woman of about 40 rests her short, thick arms on her sloping sides and frowns. In a dense vernacular, she says, "Hankering to put some food in that bread basket of yours. Since you're not a worker, I'll have to charge you. And one more thing, not talking about politics, you hear?" Well, we don't have to, but why don't you like politics? Nope, you won't get me talking about politics. Normal people don't talk about that. We keep our heads down, we work hard, and we don't need no nonsense, you hear? Oh, well, so, well, you know, I happen to believe in free speech. Very strongly, actually. Here, all manner of ideologues are treated like precious little babies. In my home village, conversations with their ilk were short. We sent them out onto the steppe and let them find their own way home. Oh, is that so? Well, where did that tradition come from? Oh, come on, it's important to question authority. You're right, there's no need for us to think about that stuff, right? Or we are bowing our head, look to the ground and keep our opinion to ourselves, right? That's how the society develops positively, that's for sure, right? Now, yeah. Tell me, good lady, where did that tradition come from? It was the winter of '93, cold as witch's tit in a breast bra, hungry too. Well, would a woman say that? Well, the hunters had barely enough game to feed their own families, and there was hardly anything for the rest of us. Well, is that so? I think that you are talking a lot with you know, males who probably don't have the best manners, or what? Well, whatever. But one day, lo and behold, some geezer comes out of the forest, dragging a sled behind him, and on this sled there's game of all kinds, dried berries and even a bag of onions, around 50 kilos of food in all. Oh, that's like Santa Claus and a wonder in the snow, huh? Our elder fell on his knees, begging him to trade for the food, but the old man said there was no need for that. This here is a gift for you all, he says, and all I'm asking in return is that you listen to what I have to say. Oh, wow, and what was this old dude like? I see, what did he want to tell you? Listen without interrupting. No, what was this old dude like? I wonder if Hex is saying something now. No, didn't. Basically Santa Claus. Oh, really? A bushy beard, tall as a pine, around 2 meters, if not more. The elder invited him straight into his home. Hex, do you have to say something about this? So, what did he want to tell you? The elder recounted it later as best he could. At first, the old man talked about himself, said he lived nearby between the black trees and never involved himself with our village affairs. But when he saw how tough this winter was, he took pity on us and decided to help. Well, that good-hearted fellow, huh? Now he added that even with the provisions he got us, we'd have to bury at least half of the little ones and old folks by April. That is, if we didn't accept some kind of change. Oh, so there was a deal rather than a gift, huh? But by the way, what do you mean he lived between the black trees? Our elder asked him the same thing. The old man told him he was willing to take some of us back to the black trees and teach us his survival science, except, he said, not all of us would be able to understand his teachings. He told the elder to put the village children in his keeping, said he'd teach them so good they'd be able to feed the rest of us till the warm weather returned. Well, not gonna lie, the proposal seems kinda suspicious, right? In the end, I guess he was eating the children or something. But on the other hand, like, it doesn't sound like a bad plan, right? Actually, teach them while they're young. Are we naive if we are thinking that? Or we are also, yeah, I mean, we can actually sometimes also just believe in the good of people, right? I mean, it happens. We are basically very, very good people as well, aren't we? So, doesn't sound like a bad plan, actually. Teach them while they're young, right? What? You're talking nonsense. Listen closely now. Before our guest had even finished his proposal, our elder went mad as a March hare. He pushed the old man down and threw an oil lamp in his face. The grey beard lit up as if he'd been doused in gasoline. Oh my god. The hut caught fire as well. The elder managed to escape, and when he did, he blocked the door so the visitor couldn't follow. The poor man burned for 6 hours in that gosh darn inferno. Screamed as a banshee all the way till the end. Oh my god, that was like, that I didn't see coming, actually. Well, how does the story relate to your dislike of politics? Wait, 6 hours? How can somebody burn for 6 hours and still be alive? And your elder sounds like he had a few loose scruples, that's for sure. I see. So did you survive the famine? Well, she was there, and she's also like, she's got some excess body weight there, that's for sure. Well, but wait, 6 hours? How can somebody burn for 6 hours and still be alive? Go and ask him, why don't you? We didn't understand it either. The hut's windows had already shattered, the roof collapsed, and he was still screaming, not even shaming us for burning him alive despite the gifts he'd brought, but outright hollering like the unholy himself. Those sounds were borderline inhuman, and despite there being no wind that day, the surrounding trees bent to the ground as he screamed, and the forest hummed in reply. Oh my god, this is getting creepy, but also pretty impressive. And your elder sounds like he had a few loose scruples as well. Why did he set his guest on fire? Yeah, that was like a little bit much for that question, right? Like I said, the elder went crazy in the coconut that day. When he escaped the hut, he mumbled and muttered like a lunatic, something about the old man's shadow. If any of you saw that shadow, you'd understand why I did it. Poor fella froze to death later that winter. Oh, well, I would have liked to see that shadow on the well. If you're getting nightmares from that, maybe not. But how does this story relate to your dislike of politics? Well, that's the thing. If an official from Trudograd had turned up instead of that old-timer, if he had official-looking papers in his briefcase and a nice tie around his neck, we'd probably give it to his request and let the village kids go with him into the forest. That's what politics do to people, makes them compliant. Oh, well, now we get an idea here, I see. So did you survive the famine? The old codger's estimate was right on the money. Almost all of our old folk died that winter, and our neighbor's baby boy... Oh god, that was a sad year. You don't say. Well, we furrow our brow deeply. The woman falls quiet and gives us a displeased look. She's probably not happy that we made her recall that awful story. So, well, you know, I think I want to travel back in time, good lady. Because there was something that we couldn't ask you, I think. So let's do that rather. Unfortunately, I think I saved the game. Oh yeah, well. Right after talking to the guy. Are you out here skipping work, little buddy? Did we actually talk to him already? Well, yeah, kinda. What about you? How's the job working out for you? Look around. Can't you see for yourself that I'm barely making it? What can you tell us about this place? Anything new? The Parade of Trudograd, the only major industrial complex left in the city. It didn't even stop production during the war. Any fresh rumors? Right now the rumors are so depressing they make me want to hang myself. Don't even ask. Okay, well, I'll go check some stuff out, buddy. Okay. No, it was just because he was walking to the left here. That was the thing. Okay, then. So there wasn't anything here, but they've got a nice room there. Okay, so sorry about that. I thought I had... oh, there's another guy here. There wasn't there before. But well, let's find this woman. There she is. Okay. Let's save the game again. Because I think I missed something. Hankering to put some food in that bread basket of yours. Since you're not a worker, I'll have to charge you. Okay, well, why don't you like politics? Nope, you won't get me talking about it. Now, come on. Where did that tradition come from? Oh, it was the winter of '93. But one day, lo and behold, some geezer comes out of the forest. Looks like Santa Claus. Uh-huh. I see. So what did he want to tell you? The elder recounted later as best he could. At first, the old man talked about himself. Okay. So now we missed the other one. Oh. And what did he mean by change? Our elder asked him the same thing. The old man told him he was willing to take some of us back to the Black Trees and teach us his survival science, except he said not all of us would be able to understand his teachings. He told the elder to put the village children in his keeping, said he'd teach them so good they'd be able to feed the rest of us till the warm weather returned. Well, I don't understand. What was he planning to do with the children then? Nothing good, I suppose, but that's not the whole story, not yet. Before our guest had even finished his proposal, our elder went mad as a March hare. He pushed the old man down and threw an oil lamp in his face, and he burned for 6 hours. Well, your elder sounds like he had a few loose scruples well, here we can... How does the story relate? I see, so did... Yeah. 6 hours? That's a bit weird. And the loose scruples, right? And how does this relate to your dislike of politics? And you survived the famine? Oh, yeah, well... Okay, so... Well, I think I didn't miss anything, although I didn't say the other thing, but now I want to do the other one. So I'm also never sure if this unlocks maybe something somewhere. So no politics, personality, where did this tradition come from? Oh yeah, well there is a story here that we could hear. What was this old dude like? Aha, basic Santa Claus. So what did he want to tell you? So he recounted, aha. And what do you mean he lived between the black trees? Our elder asked him the same thing. Oh. Okay, no, then this I think this was exclusive. But well. Now we know both. Maybe the other one gave even some experience, I'm not sure. But well, whatever. Well, it doesn't sound like a bad plan, right? Teaching them while they're young. You're talking nonsense, listen now. Well, and what, 6 hours? Yeah. But the elder was also kind of a crazy guy, huh? Uh-huh. And how did you survive the famine? Uh-huh. So, several dead people. If only you had let the guy help you. Well, how does the story relate to your dislike of politics? Well, that's the thing. If an official from Trudograd had turned up instead of that old-timer, if he had official-looking papers in a briefcase and a nice tie around his neck, we'd probably give in to his request and let the village kids go with him into the forest. That's what politics do to people, makes them compliant. Well, you should maybe more trust in people. But well, still try quite the tradition you got here. Well. So, can we trade then? Aha, she's got some stuff and she's buying consumables. Ah, yeah. But the price is, yeah, the price is okay. But she's not buying any joints. Or does she? Where are they? No, she's not. Where are they? Didn't I make... I think I made... Yeah, here. Okay, so that's not considered a consumable, but a nasty drug, yeah? Well, I mean, we could sell her some ciggies. I don't want to sell food. What? Oh, we can also sniff it. We can sniff the glue. Okay, well. Oh, it's... Oh! Why would we do that, by the way? It reduces dexterity, attention, intellect for 1% damage resistance. Well... Maybe we should do that at some point and try it. But, you know, just for explorative reasons. Let's sell her 3 ciggies. There, like that. Yeah. There you go. So, well, now that we did some trading, okay, to answer some questions. Sure thing, son. When someone's kind to me, I'm kind in return. Ask away. So, good lady, what's your name? Euphrosinia's the name. A name from the good book it is. Uh-huh. Which good book do you mean? But, well, what do you do for a living? I work on the buffet, bossing our chef Zhora around. Get a sniff of that delicious smell. Oh, just like in a French bakery. If there was an outhouse next door. Oh, well. So you are saying that you are actually getting a lot of food, huh? Or you are always eating all the leftovers or something. But, well, what can you tell us about this factory here? It's an okay factory, I suppose. I'm not interested in such things. What am I? Like an academic? I get paid for what I do, and the money helps support my husband and child. That's about it. Yeah, well, that's very honorable to be a family person. What do you do for a living? I'm the lunch lady. Why ask again, just to annoy me? Sorry, yeah. Well, you didn't say lunch lady before. But, well, do you have any rumors to share? Did you hear about the trouble our Turner Eidlin got himself into? He entrusted his apprentice with some expensive blanks and the no-good kid took him and ran off. But do you think management will take that for an excuse? Nope. They'll make Island pay for the loss. Aha. Well, but I mean, like, it's... Yeah, it was indeed not really his fault, right? But on the other hand, like, he is responsible for the stuff. But I mean, okay. Like, it depends. I guess it depends on his instructions and how trustworthy this guy was actually, I guess. So, like, literally, how much of a real mistake it was, huh? But, well, I think it's time for us to go. Thank you. So, well, let's have a look back here again. We can go here and look into their fridge. The fridge. What? You saw something there? Yeah. Eggs, you can take this corned beef, rub the random section. Oh, they've got a lot of stuff there. Let's look into this shelf. Oh yeah, that was the milk. Hex can take that. What was this shelf? They've got a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, that was the cabbage. Yeah, and that was when I was thinking about some good borscht. And then also whether that is actually the right pronunciation, but that's like the Polish pronunciation that I know. And then I saw a treasure bin in the back here. Oh, that's a good treasure bin there. The treasure bin of the Wasteland. Oh no, it's empty. Or let's rather say there's nothing, there's no trash in there. Oh. Let's firstly talk with the cook. They've got a surprising big amount of bottles there. Rubs a random section of wall. I think, oh god, we have another crazy person. So he's rubbing the wall. Zhora, the white apron cook, ignores us. He's scrubbing something from the wall with the heel of his hand. When we address him, he jumps up from his trance and hisses at us. Don't you dare tell anyone I was doing this, or they'll start Zhora this, Zhora that. Anyway, the kitchen is staff only. Well, what were you doing when I arrived? Like, why do you rub the wall there? You didn't see what I was scrubbing out? That's a good thing for your mental health. Come now, friend. Tell me what was written there. Oh, the sign of the black goat. One of the workers got bitten by a rat. So our local cultist painted this thing on the wall, a sigil to keep the vermin away. God, I hate it when people do that. These dumb cops have no idea about the powers they are messing with. So, Zhora, you believe in the black goat, huh? The black goat. I think we heard of that one. In the area of Krasnozhnameni. We heard wild stories, and we even, at some point, we even meet a blackish witch. I mean, she was a very sexy witch, sorry. Yeah, a witch, but also sort of creepy and, like, I mean, I'm not sure if she had some form of secret that we did not uncover, although I feel and I think that we uncovered and did everything with her that we could. Yeah. Well, if you don't believe in the goat, just ignore it. People are entitled to their beliefs just as you are to yours. I agree, you did everything right, man. Well, I'm also a proud goat worshipper, and I find your words to be offensive. Or as a follower of the turnip, I wholeheartedly support what you did. Well, I think we should be rather, like, religiously neutral here. But well, if you don't believe in the goat, just ignore it. People are entitled to their beliefs just as you are to yours, yeah. But that's exactly the problem. I do believe it exists. I know too much about these so-called new gods. Part of me wants to think it's some moronic post-war phenomenon, a harmless joke. Oh, we believe in the black goat. And we believe in turnips. I'm so quirky. Look at me. Yada, yada, yada. But then again, these eldritch fertility cults existed long before the war, even before communism. Do you really want to know what's going to happen when these eon-old entities gather enough worshippers? I know I don't. Well, you know, that's actually a good point. Like, I mean, the worship will probably strengthen their powers, huh? Well... But I think this is a good point to just travel back in time for a second here. Because let's see what he says if we say some of the other stuff here. So, what were you doing? So there is some stuff. And here, oh. I agree, you did everything right, man. Thanks, I can't stand those modern cultists. Oh, we believe in the black goat and we believe in turnips. We are so quirky and fun. Look at me, everyone. Look at me. Oh crap, what's with that? My mouse did a double click again. But if you consider it from a mystical perspective, all these newfangled cults are worshipping forgotten Stonic fertility gods. Do you know what's going to happen when these primordial entities gather enough worshippers? I don't, and I had to even think about it. Aha. Okay, let's change the subject and travel back in time. Aha. This always gives 41 experience points, huh? Let's try the other ones. I mean, in the end, I think I'm going to take the one that we did in the beginning, but here. So, what we're doing, rubbing there, and aha, do tell. I'm also a proud goat worshipper, and I find your words to be offensive. Ha! Offensive, my ass! You think you're so original, don't you? Oh, I'm so fun and eccentric. I found a quirky post-war cult to follow, and I pray to goats and turnips. Get a life, kid. But if you consider it from a mystical perspective, all these newfangled cults are worshipping forgotten Stonic fertility gods. Okay, so, well... And then... Well... What about the turnip? As a follower of the turnip, I wholeheartedly support what you did. Oh, just listen to this dummy turnip, my ass. You think you're really original, don't you? Oh, I'm so fun and eccentric. I found a quirky post-war cult. Aha. Get a life, kid. Okay, well. Well, no, I think... Personality... I think if you don't believe in the good, just ignore it. People are entitled to their beliefs just as you are to yours. I think that's a good answer. Yeah, I mean, like, whatever... And I think that's actually the best thing to say and the best philosophy there. Like, we can be happy for people if they find some spirituality that helps them. Yeah. Unless it's an evil entity or something. But then there are people with Kalashnikovs and big machine guns, I would say, and strong crossbows. Well, that's exactly the problem. I do believe it exists. The goat exists. But then again, what happens if so many people worship it? Yeah. Well, everything could happen probably. So, let's talk about something else. Ask and mayhaps I will divine the answer. Well, so what's your name? Your real name, thou? You know it. My name is Zhora, but not Zhora the Necromancer, not Zhora Magus, not Zhora Psychedelic. Not anymore. These men are unknown to me. Is that so? Did you play some Dungeons and Dragons or so, or what? Or maybe the Dark Eye? That's a very good role-playing system, I can tell you. It's German. But yeah, there are also some cool computer games with it, like some older ones, though. But maybe that's a topic for another day. And what are you doing here? Can't you see for yourself? I work as a cook in a factory mess hall. The money is meh, but it's stable and they pay on time. Everything here is stable and steady, especially the overtime. Well, that can wreck you, I guess. Now, can you tell us about the city? It's a shitty place. The workers are under-respected and cults are allowed to run amok. I'm glad the cloud darkness of Arafel will soon devour it. Well, you seem to know a lot about cults. Well, do you know any good gossip? Maybe I should tell you a prophecy instead. Check this out. Mighty forces will collide in Trudograd, each as strong as the others. Only the iron will of the Chosen One will decide who prevails. And that Chosen One is you. So I think there is more to this guy. Well, me? What? Oh, ha, 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 ha. What? Did you think I was serious? Oh, my sides are splitting here. Oh, ha, ha. I've been telling this exact same bunk to anyone asking about rumors for years and years. I wish one of the great Renaissance painters was on hand to capture the look on your face for all eternity. Ah, ha, ha. Well, for a second I thought you were a real prophet and felt sort of, you know, humbled and also honored. But well, okay, then let's. Is there anything we can talk about otherwise? Apparently not. So, well, do you do some trading? Oh yeah. Oh, consumables, general, and ammo. Why would we sell anybody any ammo? This would only make the Wasteland more dangerous, I think. But why is he not interested in sharp knives, I wonder? Like, he should have an interest in sharp knives, I guess. He would take the fire extinguisher, though. Curious. But we are not selling anything to this guy. Not at this point, at least. Okay, then. So, then get some rest, pal. I'll leave. Okay. That was fun. That was fun. Oh yeah, and there is a bookshelf. Well, could we and should we maybe... This one was stealth, right? And didn't we have... this here for stealth? And then, well, let's have a short look. Nothing in the bookshelf. And here? Only an empty bottle. And that's it here in the kitchen. Well. Oh, they've got some cake. Or what is it? Oh no, it's huge wheels of cheese. Oh, and they've got... Oh, that looks actually pretty nice here. In the pot. But it appears we're not getting any of that. Well... Then we can actually take off the stuff before we scare people. But let's have a look at our persona here. Oh yeah. So that's a really creepy mask actually. Let's take it off. And let's rather put the glasses on again. Where are they? Here. Now we can see a little bit better with dry and stingy eyes. Okay then, so saving the game. Okay then, so that was their mess hall. Oh, this Jeep looks actually pretty good, considering everything. Ah yeah, and this guy, let's talk to this guy, who's... The broad-shouldered laborer reluctantly stops his work to lean on his broomstick and nod to us. Good health to you, master. I'm not gonna chase you away, but you shouldn't have come up to me in the first place. Is that so? Why? Can you tell me why? You got a problem with me? Are you in a bad mood? Is something eating at you, maybe? Yeah, is something eating at you, maybe? Nah, it's all good, relatively speaking. I'm just not an interesting person, you know. A boring sod like me hasn't got anything to say to a seasoned traveler like yourself. I never leave town or visit the brothels. I don't watch movies, so what are we gonna talk about? My broom? The weather? The broom is adequate, and the weather is colder than a banker's heart on foreclosure day at the orphan's home. Well... Why don't you go to brothels, man? You a faithful husband? Oh, there isn't much in the way of entertainment in the city, I guess. And if you had the chance to catch a movie screening, why not watch it? Why don't you get out of town? Is it dangerous out there? As a frequent traveler, I could use the advice, you know. But yeah, why don't you go to the brothels, man? You a faithful husband? Not only that, I had a bad first experience. 10 years ago, a lady of the night stopped me on the street. She asked if I was up for an hour or two of fun. We went up to her room, a sofa, table, couple of chairs. The curtains reached all the way to the floor, so we had total privacy. She put some music on the tape deck and went to the kitchen to fetch a bottle. I decided to check if I had enough money on me, you know, for her services. Dropped a ruble on the floor, but when I got down under the table to grab it, the next thing I remember is running down the street away from that apartment, screaming my lungs out. Wow, what spooked you? When I bent down, I noticed the toes of 5 or 6 pairs of men's shoes peeping out from the bottom of the curtain, and the rightmost one was tapping to the beat of the music. Oh, well, that is indeed creepy. And here I thought you'd tell me something spooky and mysterious. Zhora, got it. What else can you tell me? Gotta admit now, I feel slightly unsettled. Yeah, actually, I also feel that that's really creepy. Gotta admit now, I feel slightly unsettled. The man's eyes suddenly glaze over. He turns and opens his mouth wide as if to answer, but instead of words, a deafening wave of radio static comes from the man's throat. What? What the hell, dude? The bearded janitor snatches tiny yet noisy radio from his pocket, the real source of the creepy white noise. Oh. Well. That was, of course, the logical explanation, right? Damn it, this crap is always turning itself on in my pocket. Seems like I lost the signal from the Prison Blues FM station again. Puts the radio away. Anywho, what were we talking about? Well. Anything else you can tell me? Anything else? The janitor absent-mindedly scratches one stubbly jowl, eventually flinches as if coming to senses again. No, sorry, that's enough horror stories for today. I have to get my work done before the snow comes. Oh, and we are back. There was a crash. Very painful. Well, so let's talk with this guy then. It appears that we can only get one story out of him, huh? Well. Are you in a bad mood? Is something eating at you, maybe? No, it's all good. Relatively speaking, I'm just not an interesting person. I never leave town or visit the brothels. I don't watch movies. Well, I mean, it's very recommendable that you're a faithful husband. Actually, I think that's the only option. Anyway. But there isn't much in the way of entertainment in the city, huh? If you had the chance to catch a movie screening, why not watch it? I don't care about cinema anymore. See, my nephew raised some money working in the mines and bought a video rental place in Benzodar. After he took over, he began to sort through the previous owner's tapes. The screams of the quartet, What All Whores Deserve, Crush-tastic Fantasies number 17, The Boy and His Puppy. Did I go on? So my nephew decided these must be American horror films and put one in the VCR. It was shot with a handheld. The set was a dark room. You could hear the cameraman breathing wetly. Then center frame, a man bound to a chair with duct tape begging through his gag. My nephew turned it off right there, burned the tapes in his yard, sold the business and left Benzodar for good. Oh wow, yeah. Oh, that tells us quite something about that town as well, huh? Well, fortunately in our own history we terminated such a business in Krasnoznameni and around that actually. Yeah. I have to admit, now I feel slightly unsettled here. Or we say, should have watched until the end, might have been nothing but an artsy thriller. Let's say that. I told you what happened, and if you don't believe me, well, even better. I'd sleep much more soundly if I didn't believe it myself. The janitor absent-mindedly scratches one stubbly jowl, eventually flinches as if coming to his senses again. Oh, come on. The mouse. Okay, enough horror stories. Is there anything else you wanted to ask? Oh, well, I think we need to travel back in time again. Because I want to explore this. Unfortunately, this crash just cost me the time and ruined the chance to actually upload this here today. Which is bad. But well. So here you are. Good else to you, master. Well, can you tell me why you got a problem with me? Nah, no problem with you whatsoever. I said it cause talking to a kind of old fart like me is a waste of time. A weathered traveler like yourself would find a tree stump better company. Never leave town or visit the brothels. I don't watch movies, so what are we gonna talk about? My broom? The weather? The broom is adequate, and the weather is colder than a banker's heart on foreclosure day at the orphan's home. Well, buddy, I think you are actually more creative than you thought yourself, but why don't you get out of town? Is it dangerous out there? As a frequent traveler, I could use the advice, you know? You look like a seasoned traveler, so you must know more than me, and the story about how a bear attacked my friends on the steppe won't teach you anything. Oh, you. Okay. Maybe it would, but okay. If you don't want to tell, then it's your thing. Well then... But then let's explore this one here a little bit better. By the way, this is good to know that the survival option gives us some extra experience, and we can choose another option actually. Here, intellect. I don't care about cinema anymore. Bensoda is the place. Oh man. Again? Most of the stuff you'd already seen. In the attic you found the whole crate of tapes. Okay, so the screams of the quartet and so on. Like, what's going on here? My crappy mouse. Unbelievable. I'm sorry, guys. It was shot with the handheld and so on. Gotta admit, now I feel slightly unsettled. Yeah, the man's eyes suddenly glaze over. He turns and opens his mouth wide as if to answer, but instead of words, a deafening wave of radio static. Let's stagger back in horror. The bearded janitor snatches a tiny yet noisy radio from his pocket, the real source of the creepy white noise. Damn it, this crap is always turning itself on in my pocket. Well, yeah, let's scratch our head back, the back of our head in confusion. The janitor absentmindedly scratches one stubbly jowl, eventually flinches, as if coming to senses again. Okay, enough horror stories. Okay, well, I have a couple more questions. I don't know what you expect to learn, but go for it. Now, I want to travel back in time. Okay then, so. We explored this thoroughly enough, I guess. Oh, by the way, I like the light that these bulbs here are emitting. That looks actually pretty nice there. Like this light bluish. Corona or something. Here there. Well, are you in a bad mood? Something eating at you? Not so good, relatively speaking. Okay, well, why don't you get out of town? Is it dangerous? Oh no, yeah, but well, you won't learn anything. Oh well. Then tell me this at least. Oh no, I think we should actually. No, there was some more stuff here. About the cinema. What were these titles? The Screams of the Quartet. Okay, the business and left Bensoda for good. Okay, there. Okay, what else can you tell us? We shrugged, so we are like, that would be the slightly psychopathic thing. Actually, like not to care about that situation at all. What else can you tell us? Anything else? The janitor absentmindedly scratches one stubbly jaw. No, sorry, that's enough horror stories for today. Oh well. So this is 110. I think actually the brothel is the funniest thing probably. So let's go for that. And actually this would have... I have to admit, that would have interested me the most, actually. That's probably why I took it the first time. So why don't you go to the brothels, man? You're a faithful husband. Not only that, I had a bad first experience. 10 years ago, a lady of the night stopped me on the street. Oh, and then, well, there you were, and... What spooked you? When I bent down, I noticed the toes of 5 or 6 pairs of men's shoes peeping out from the bottom of the curtain. Well, who knows? Maybe they just wanted to watch, but well. Okay, what was that about? I don't know and I don't want to know, but it happened during a very infamous year in Trudograd's history. Every week fishermen were pulling a hand or a foot out of the sea, and the fish they were bringing in sometimes had half-digested fingers or ears in their guts. Moreover, all these finds, the ears, feet, hands, all without exception were left. Not a single right hand or foot was found ever. Makes you think, huh? Oh. Oh, okay, well. Is there anything else you can tell us? Anything else? The janitor absentmindedly scratches one stubbly jowl. No, sorry, that's enough horror stories. Okay, well. Well, maybe we can ask the fisherman about that. But well, can you answer a couple of questions at least? I don't know what you expect to learn, but go for it. What's your name, dude? Call me anything you want, but don't call me late at night when I'm resting. Ha ha! Oh, anyway, my name's Mihey. Mihey? Aha. Well, Mihey, actually, I think you are underestimating yourself a little bit, but well, what do you do here? I sweep and I clean, you can see for yourself. Somebody has to keep the paths clear or people would be breaking their asses on this ice, just like that. Boom! Well, that's certainly true, and it's good that you do this very important job, actually. And what do you think about Trudograd, like as the city and so on? If nothing was keeping me in Trudograd, my wife, children, around 15 cousins, I would have left long ago. Maybe one day soon, I'll gather my family and just start driving south. Yeah, that sure would be nice. Okay. Yeah, well. Care to share any rumors? The calamari gang's turf is dangerously close to my home. Folks are saying their boss Tony was swindled out of a huge sum recently, and now he's looking fine white for the guilty party. Aha, the calamari gang. The janitor looks cautiously around and says in a conspiratorial whisper, and rumor has it that one of the thieves works right here in our factory. If only I knew his identity. Oh, maybe we can help you there. Well, we'll see. Can we talk about something else? If you say so. No, actually, probably not. Do you know any more rumors? Sorry, I haven't heard anything interesting for a long time. Okay, in that case, we have to go. Alright then. So, and looking at the time, I think we have to end the episode here. Oh, that also it's interesting here. The icicles here coming out of that broken pipe. And the glittering snow. That's actually nice. That's pretty nice here. Has a nice touch. And what else happens here at the machine factory? I think we will see in the next episode, by the way. Yeah, we are slightly frozen, but it's fine. So this seems to be a drinking place here. And the next time, what do we have here? Aha, there's a person. And then we've got that, and this seems to be the factory. Oh, yeah, that's a big one. Okay. Oh, yeah, this, it's actually here, yeah. But this all here, this is just... Oh, no, this is also some workplace or something. Can go in there, okay. Yeah, but that we will do in the next episode. So, many thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Like the first half of the machine factory, I guess. Yeah, let's see. So, no fighting today, but it's also fine. But instead, we had some funny dialogues and we learned a little bit. So, I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any thoughts you wish to share, as always, you are very welcome in the comment section. And yeah, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet, to never ever miss an episode again. Hit the bell to never ever miss an episode again for that purpose. And yeah, comment section is all yours. See you next time. Bye bye.